It is bold prediction time for the Chicago Bears. And boy, do I have some bold predictions for you guys. So sit back, relax, and let's talk about this. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. If you're a Bears fan, please do hit that big red subscribe button down below. Please make sure you're following me on all my social media platforms, guys. As always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so I got 5 bold predictions for the upcoming 2023 NFL season for the Chicago Bears. I do this every single year. I've done it for a very long time, so why stop now? And yeah, this is going to be fun because who doesn't like predictions? A couple of things to preface before I get started. These are supposed to be bold, so if they feel a bit unrealistic, it is because they are, because this is bold. This is not top 5 safe predictions. This is bold predictions, okay? So I'm going to go 1 through 5, but really 5 through 1, and it will get increasingly bolder as we get all the way to number 1, which will be the boldest prediction. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started at number 5. And at number 5, my prediction is the Chicago Bears rookie running back Roschon Johnson will be the starter for the Bears by week 4. All right, so again, not as bold. So we're starting a little light here, but hear me out. Roschon Johnson, who we took in this year's draft, man, he is the total package, and I believe right now he is the most talented back on this Bears roster. And for me to say that he's going to be the starter for the Bears isn't bold, all right? But for me to say he's going to be starting by week 4, I think that's pretty bold. Why? We're just talking about a quarter into the season, literally the first 4 games, right? And so I think he is going to just pop at training camp. Coaches will see this kid is the real deal. Khalil Herbert, I like him, but he's not a complete back. Dante Foreman, same thing. These guys have their limitations, and I just feel like the talent will be undeniable. And, you know, they're going to start the year off with Herbert, and they're going to mix in Foreman, and they'll give Roschon Johnson his reps, and then he's going to get on the field, make some dazzling plays, and you're just not going to be able to take him off the field. And then by week 4, the Bears will have their hands tied behind their back and have no choice but to start this kid and make him the starting running back for the Bears. Because I'm telling you, folks, he is the real deal, and I believe he will be the starter by week 4. So, yeah, that is my first bold prediction. Roschon Johnson will be the starting running back for the Bears by week 4. And look, the unbold part about this is he's going to start at some point this year. So I'm going to say it's going to be pretty early. All right, let's move on to number 4. My 4th bold prediction is the Bears challenge for a wild card spot. Now, you might think this is bold, but honestly, this happens a lot in the NFL. And I'm going to even take it a step further and make it more bold and say the Bears get a wild card spot this upcoming season. Yes, the Bears were the worst team in the NFL with a 3-win record, but last to first happens all the time in football. Why not with the Chicago Bears, who have made improvements all over their roster? We're in a weak division. We've got a quarterback that can make a leap. Why can't it be the Bears? And oh, there was a similar team like this that made a leap last year. Do you know what that team was? That team was the Jacksonville Jaguars, who made it to the playoffs, and we know what happened there. And so, yeah, I think they can do it. I've got the Bears finishing with a record of 8-9, but you flip that to 9-8 in a weak division where the Vikings have gotten worse. The Packers lost Aaron Rodgers, and the Lions, yeah, they're solid, but are they really Super Bowl contenders? Like in the division like this, the Bears could certainly win. It's pretty wide open, certainly more wide open than it's ever been. And 9-8 can win you the division, right? And you can get a wild card, or you can even win the division. So to me, I should really change this to say the Bears get a playoff spot, because they can win the division or they can get a wild card spot. So that is my number 4 bold prediction for the Chicago Bears. They go ahead and they get a wild card or a playoff spot. All right, let's move on to number 3, and that is the Chicago Bears defense goes from a bottom feeder, finishing 29th last year, to a top 15 unit. Yes, you heard me right, top 15 unit. Here's why. All right, let's take a look at last year. The Bears finished 29th overall in total defense allowed, 94.4 QB rating, most points per game allowed in the NFL at 27.2, and average allowed, 4.9 yards per carry. They were terrible. They have made improvements all over the defense, minus edge rusher, which can still be improved via free agency. We'll see, the season hasn't started yet. But yeah, you've addressed the inside of your defensive line, interior of it, with the draft and with free agency. You've gone ahead and addressed the secondary with some draft picks, and you've gone ahead and addressed the linebacker crew immensely through free agency with guys like Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, etc. And so to me, again, improvements all over the roster. And the biggest reason why I believe they make this monumental leap is because of head coach Matt Eberflus. This is his specialty. If Matt Eberflus isn't able to improve the defense, then why is he here? Because Luke Getsy controls the offense, right? And so to me, this is what Matt Eberflus does with the Colts. He was 16th in total defense, his defense with Indianapolis, and then they were 8th and then 16th. So like they hovered around that range of 8th through 16th. The Bears certainly can be a top 15 unit. They had no chance last year because the talent wasn't there. But this year, they've got the talent. It's not amazing, but it's solid. And when you've got decent talent, a good head coach, a defensive head coach should be able to take it and make it something out of nothing in that aspect of it and be able to elevate that group. And I believe another year with Matt Eberflus going into second year, more comfortable, more talent, he can go ahead and make this a top 15 unit. I truly believe that. So that is my bold prediction number 3. Bold prediction number 2. Chicago Bears rookie right tackle Darnell Wright is a Pro Bowler in year 1. Yes, that's right. Pro Bowler in year 1. I could have said all pro and gotten a step further, but maybe that's a little too bold. We'll see. But yeah, man, I really believe in Darnell Wright. I think he's got virtually everything you want in an offensive lineman. He's big, but at the same time, he's nimble. He's nasty. He's a mauler, but he's also quick on his feet. He's able to just, do what you need to do from an offensive lineman. And he doesn't get bull rushed. He doesn't really get exposed a lot. Like, he's got the full total package. Top 10 overall pick. I think he's just going to shore up the right side of that line, and I think he's going to be a guy that just, day one, you just know, oh yeah, this kid is the real deal. He's talented, and he's going to be a staple alongside the line, and I think he's going to be a Pro Bowler in year 1. I think right away you'll know that, hey, we've got our future right tackle in Darnell Wright. All right, and finally, number 1, come on now. Justin Fields makes the leap to the elite QB status. Now, what do I mean by the elite QB status? I'm talking about the Jalen Hurts type leap. All right, Jalen Hurts this past season made a leap as a top 5, 10 quarterback. Certainly, you can make an argument either way, but I think Justin Fields makes that leap this year, right? I could have gone and said all of these numbers, like 40 total touchdowns, this and that, right? But I'm just going to say he makes that leap where it's undeniable. Oh, yeah, he's arrived, all right? Does it mean you have to be in the tier of like a Patrick Mahomes? No, but you can be, again, make a leap like a Jalen Hurts, so where your name is mentioned alongside guys like Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patty Mahomes, etc. You get my point here. You don't have to say he's certainly going to be better than all those guys. I'm just saying he's going to be in the conversation, and here's the reason why. Going into year 2, under Luke Getsy's offense, this is where you get more comfortable. You're able to go ahead and know the offense much better. And we're talking about year 3 in his career. We're talking about more weapons the Bears added around him, right? We got Chase Claypool going into a full offseason, and he's looked good. You've got Darnell Mooney. Of course, you added DJ Moore, who's going to be an absolute stud, and take Fields' game to the next level because you give him that bona fide number 1 wide receiver. You've got a good tight end in Cole Kmet, added Robert Tonyan there. Solid running game. I just mentioned Roschon Johnson. He's a talented rookie running back, but you also have Herbert and you've got Foreman. You've improved the offensive line. Like, you have basically given Justin Fields the requisite talent for him to take off. No, it's not to the level of the Eagles, but it's good enough to where, yeah, he can make that leap and he can get in that conversation of, oh yeah, the Bears have their quarterback. And that to me is the biggest leap to make in football. All of these other things could be bold, but nothing is bolder than finding your elite quarterback, right? When you get the Justin Herberts, the Joe Burrows, the Josh Allens, the Patrick Mahomes, that's when you know you've got your guy. And I believe this will be the year Justin Fields takes that leap and becomes that guy. So there you have it, folks, my 5 bold predictions for the Chicago Bears. Let me know which ones you guys agree with, which ones you guys disagree with, and hey, give me your bold predictions. I'm going to see what you guys have and let you guys know what I think about that. So as always, if you guys can please hit that big red subscribe button. Thank you so much as always.